So I wanted to talk to you today about a very exciting discovery from Poland of a 7,000-year-old human face on a piece of pottery with horns. So the bowl, which depicts a human face with horns, was found inside a 7,000-year-old house where Poland's first farmers lived. The discovery in Biskupice was made in an area of a large prehistoric settlement inhabited by a community described by specialists as the linear pottery culture. Project leader Dr. Magdalena Moscal-Deloyo from the Safer Institute of Botany said, "Today we are not able to clearly interpret this image. It seems likely, however, that such an unusual artifact could be related to the sacred sphere to some extent." So in addition to botanists, there were archaeologists also involved in the project. And a comment from Dr. Moscal-Deloyo also adds, "It may be surprising that the employees of the Institute of Botany, PAS, conduct archaeological research, but in this interdisciplinary project, next to ceramics and other artefacts, plant remains are an equal, unfortunately often overlooked source of information on material culture and old customs." So the discovery of a human face with horns is not new in terms of archaeology. In fact, it's very, very old, and could be part of the culture of the horned god, which stretches across the whole of Europe and most of Asia also. The representations of horned deities include Baal from the Phoenician religion. Zeus has been seen with ram's horns. In England, the tradition carried on in medieval times, and slightly earlier with Herne the Hunter, who was represented as a sort of ethereal stag ghost character. And also he was said to have been based on the Celtic god Cernunnos, which is shown here on the Gundestrup cauldron. And it also is apparent in Slavic mythology, with Radagast here pictured on a Czech beer can, the Buzayaras haunters who fought back against Ottoman rule in Hungary. And even in Christianity and Judaism, horned deities have been seen, with Moses here pictured with horns. Earlier representations were also seen in shamanistic cultures and as far afield as China and the Far East, but also closer to home with this example from Celtic Britain and hunter-gatherer examples like this one. These are often also associated with vegetal faces or green men, like this example here. Kingship and godliness are often associated with the horned animals too, like this example of Ammon-Ra in the British Museum. And Hellenic civilizations often put the bull on a pedestal. And the Anglo-Saxon Sutton Hoo helmet featured horned spear dancers thought to represent Wotan or Odin. Added to this, the ancient Greek god Poseidon was often shown as horned, and before his association with the ocean was actually associated more with cattle and horses. Poseidon also appeared as a bull in pre-Olympian Minoan myth and fathered the fearsome Minotaur. This links Poseidon with the far older pan-European and in many respects pan-Asian concept of the horned god. It also associates him with the later Norse Odin, who was in some tales the master of the wild hunt. So a fascinating discovery from Poland there, which tells us a lot about our sort of shared history, really, and how these sort of elemental things, such as, our association with nature, demonstrated by the sort of horned man, is ever present in a lot of civilizations, and you sort of scratch beneath the surface of most modern societies, and it's still there in many forms. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.